Everyone, just want to add on top of the Khan Academy video because some question pop up. So I thought it would be really good if I go over these type of questions and then you can do the problem quickly. Okay. So we all know when we do fraction add up or take away each other, we always have to achieve a lowest common denominator. And then we can actually work the fraction on top of the lowest common denominator. So for this question, you know that you've got 5, you've got 10. If you can actually do that by inspection, you know the lowest common denominator is 10. So I'll teach you a trick to do this. Instead of, doing the lowest common multiple, which is the lowest common denominator, what you can simply do is you can observe whether the two denominator in this case is 5 and 10, whether one is divisible by the other. Okay, so in this case, 10 can divide 5 equals to 2. Therefore, or I can just say that means, therefore, the lowest common denominator will be 10. Does that make sense? Okay, let's have a look at that example so that you understand what I'm talking about. So, first step, lowest common denominator. Okay, so you can see that the denominators are 5 and 7, right? You can use that method in the previous chapter, like you can just do that lowest common multiple, but that's a lot of work, okay? That is a lot of work. So what you can then do is you can see that 5 is not divisible by 7, and 7 is not divisible by 5. So what you can then do is you can just use 5 times 7 is 35. This 35 will be your lowest common denominator. So you can just use that trick to do it. Does that make sense? Okay, so basically the first step has become to see whether the two numbers can be divisible by each other. If they can, then that would be that strategy. If they can't, then you times them together directly. So let's keep finishing off this question. So because we know it's 10, so 2 on 5 plus 3 on 10 will be 10. You times 5 by 2, you times 2 by 2, that's 4, plus 3 on 10. That becomes 7 on 10. Okay, so with that question, the second question, you can then do 2 on 5 plus 4 on 7. You know it's 35. 35, so basically you change that one by times 7. So therefore, you times 7 on top too. 7 to 14, okay? And then plus 35, and then you times the 5, and then you times 5 on top too. 4, 5, 20. That's gonna give you 35, and then 34. Does that make sense? So I hope this little trick can help you to do things quickly. And it is the same with either adding together or take away together of a fraction. So yeah, so and then you can go and do your 3.4 practice, okay?